What are you doing with me?
Your dog food timer is up. Your dog food timer is up.
Oh! Let's go!
Your dog food timer is up. Your dog food timer is up.
Come on. Let's go. Tansy. 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 Els. Here we go. Come on, Jiffy. Go in there, baby. Go, go. Give you some bit of light, Charlie. Alexa, stop. It's a bit calmer now, sweetie, ain't it, darling? Good girl. Right, so last week I spoke about being authentic, so I felt I best do that video that we've just seen of the dogs at food time. So it is a bit manic here and there, but with them all being rescue, they've all got their own little quirks, and they do get excited by food time, bless them. Although Tansy, who sat here on my first guy, she wasn't interested in food at all. You really struggled to get her to eat, but now she's the one that is more ravenous out of the pack and wants to eat everything. So times have changed, haven't they, Tansy, eh? Good girl. And as you'll see, we do need to separate them all. They're in either little groups, or Charlie goes on his own because he likes to guard his bowl, and he's got one of those bowls that's got what do you call it? Can't really call it now, but basically it slows him down. It's a bowl to slow him down. It's got grooves in it and stuff, so it slows him down. Otherwise he'd end up with twisting his stomach or something because he's eating that quickly. And then little Sweet Pea, she sits in, well, I say sits in, she's in the kitchen with Jasper when she has her food. And as you saw, Jasper's none the wiser with food time. When the others are all kicking off, he's all chill because of him being deaf. Although sometimes if he's really hungry, then he'll be there as well, chomping at the bit to get on that. Right, anyway, I move on. One of my friends reached out to me to say that he'd got this flash that he was going to get rid of or sell. So he's given me a first refusal of it. So the good thing about this is this can sit on top of the camera, which is something I haven't got for the Sony. So when I'm at the Bliss Cavalier rescue events, I can stick this on top of the camera for when I'm moving about and taking shots of people and the dogs. And it can also be off-camera flash. So for anyone that doesn't know about off-camera flash, I won't go too deep dive because that's not what this is all about. If I can get my words out. But off-camera flash, you put a trigger on top of the camera, so like that. And when the camera sends the signal for the flash to go off, the flash can be sat, say, a few meters away from you. I think it can even go up to about 100 feet. So there is a reasonable distance between the camera and the flash. So depending on what you're taking photos of, you might want to put it off camera, and you can get better lighting situations by doing that rather than it being straight at the subject. And the other bonus of it is that because it's got an adjustable head, you can point it upwards. So for instance, in here now, I could bounce it off the ceiling, which then provides a softer light onto the subject. So I might give that a bash in a second and record a bit of me doing that. As you can see though, all of these are sleeping. Right, as you can see, it's an absolute snooze fest. So the Cav's on the sofa at the minute, and Jaffa's moved in the corner there. But I've put the flash on the camera. Now I've got two options in terms of the way I point the flash. So I can point it straight at, or I can point it up to the ceiling like I mentioned before. So in this scenario, my camera's in manual settings, flash is in automatic, and if I I'll take one of Sweet Pea because she's in the middle there, probably best positioned. So if I show you straight up Sweet Pea, and for those that are interested in settings, might not be many of you, but F9, 250 per second. So that is the maximum speed of the flash in the current setting. So focused on Sweet Pea, take one shot. And then, as you can see, I'll pop it on the screen, but if you can see it there, great. The flash is hitting Sweet Pea. Based on the settings of the camera, the flash is adjusting to that, and most around Sweet Pea is quite dark. And then you've got the bit of flash on Sweet Pea. So that can be quite strong on occasions, depending on the settings that you use. But then you've got the other scenario where you could bounce off the ceiling, which is less harsh. Focus on Sweet Pea. If it'll focus. There we go. And then you can see with that, you get the shadows on the Sweet Pea because the flash is hitting the ceiling, coming back down. But that shot before, that's Charlie, test shot. But the one straight on at Sweet Pea is obviously filling those spaces where the shadows are hitting. So that's that. And then the other scenario is you could take it off camera, or you could turn it fully manual, and you can start messing with the settings further. I've spun the camera around, and I've now got a trigger on top of my camera, and I pop the flash on a little gorilla pod, and I'm positioning that to the side of Charlie, who's there, bless him. And what it's going to do is give us a harsh light on this side, and then the drop off of shadows on the other. So this is just to demonstrate this flash and test it out really. But let's have a look. Where are you, Charlie? There you are, mate. Right, let's have a look what we get. Right, well, there you go. I'll pop it on screen, and then you can see that the lighting is quite harsh, and that's why you might use a soft box or something like that in order to correct some of that harshness. But you get the gist of what I'm doing there, just to test this flash out and see how we can work with it. So now, down the other end of the room is Emily. If I get the flash, we'll pop it there. See what Emily makes of this. There we go. So we've got the flash there. I'm this end of the room. Come alongside here. And we'll zoom into Emily. I can hear her grumbling. Oh, there she is. And as you can see, that's how you can shoot from a distance and still have some flash hitting Emily. And what I'll do, I'll sneak in, see if she wants to pose for me. Hey, Emily. Emily. No, she doesn't want to pose, do you, Emily? You don't want to pose, then? No. Right, that's me done with testing this flash out this evening. Quick 10-minute shoot with the dogs. I say a shoot with the dogs. They've just been lying about. They're none the wiser, are they? They're all sleeping. Well, apart from Emily. Emily's looking at me now. She's tossed the blanket off and just sat there in a hoodie, which is compulsory this time of year. You've got to have something on, haven't you, Emily? Hey? Don't want you getting too cold, bless you. So, in fact, we'll pop over. We'll go see Emily. We'll go see Emily. Hey, come and see you, sweetheart. Hey, good girl. Right, so that's us done with that flash for today, and we'll see what else we put in this video, if anything. I've got the garage to sort out still. There's a lot to do in there. I think we've, hello, sweetheart. We've probably got a load of junk that still needs to go to the tip or to the charity shop. But we'll see how we get on. No rush on these things. We're having a 9 to 5 and family, 6 dogs. it's all quite chaotic, and we just got to sometimes take a bit of a breather, haven't we, Emily? Hey? Although you lot spend most of your life snoozing, don't you? But hopefully these grey, rainy, wet days are going to ease off, and then we can get out a few more places for the dogs, and maybe get a few more photos outdoors. And I do want to try some off-camera flash outdoors, because you can get some nice shots by doing that. But we'll see where we go. And yeah, bye for now. If I do add some to the end of this video, it'll be next. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, bye. Right, I mentioned about having soft boxes in that last part of the video. Well, in the garage, studio, gym, whatever you want to call it, as you can see, fitness equipment, photo backgrounds, mess, a lot. But I've got a flash here, look. So that's mains powered flash, and I've got the soft box on the front. So you can see that hexagonal soft box, and it's got a grid on the front which directs the light even better. So in terms of that flash that I was using yesterday, you might get a smaller soft box, which I've got one over here. Let's just have a look. Shift all this stuff out of the way. So this one here is a smaller soft box, as you can see, pop-up one, and it's got this mount on the back for a bigger flash that I've got. But you could use that for the smaller flash that I had yesterday. So I've got a mount for that as well, and then that'll give you that ability to use it off camera, outside, soften the light onto the subject, in my case mainly dogs, but it enables you to shape the light. Just pick this up off the floor, shape the light a bit better, and separate your subject from the background. Because you can, by doing that, you can darken the background as such and just have that light popping on the subject. So really quite useful. Anyway, I've got to try and crack on with tidying some of this. As you can see, we've took some to the tip already. This is that machine that I was on about that I got, well, Mrs. Wright ordered and I put together last week. So for a bit of Pilates and stretching. So hopefully that'll come in handy. But I'm going to crack on with this now, and then see what we've got for the tip, what we've got for sending it to the charity shop, and maybe some stuff I can stick online. Maybe make a couple of quid, who knows. I have got a 32-inch TV sat here that I'm hoping someone might be able to make use of for the kid or something, but we'll see. Right, I'm going to crack on with this, see what I can get done today. Still got a bit of a bad back, and my hip's playing up, which is the first time I've ever had problems with that. So we'll see how we get on. Right, that's me done for the day. We've got tip run and charity shop in those. I've gone for all of that. And this stuff over there, I need to go through Mrs. Wright. And it may be some of it needs to go in the attic or some to the charity shop, we'll see. But that is me done for this week. So I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, bye.